My name is Sandra, and I have 4 grown children. One of my daughters has suffered from mental illness since her youth. She, at 35 years old, was about to give birth to a baby. I had no knowledge of the social service system when I received a call from my daughter that she was in labor. When I arrived, Child Protective Services was there because the nurses feared for the safety of the baby. They advised me they were going to take custody of my granddaughter and she was going to be taken into foster care. I advised the worker that I wanted my granddaughter and immediately began the application process. I felt sad and frustrated that I couldn't just take the baby home. I was advised I could have visitation with my granddaughter. I was contacted by her foster mom, Mary Jo. These visits were so hard for me. I felt like she was my granddaughter and someone else was caring for her. She was bonding with Mary Jo and not me. We soon began to know each other better and I felt more comfortable. I told her the issues I was having with the application process of getting my home approved. She also advised me on how to prepare my home for inspection, and it was helpful. It took 3 months and Mary Jo supported me in getting weekend visits. My home was finally approved and I was able to bring my granddaughter home in the beginning of February. Mary Jo and I continued a relationship and became friends. She also assisted me with babysitting. 15 months later, my daughter gave birth to a son. I had to reapply. I received a call from Mary Jo that they asked her to pick up the baby from the hospital. I was surprised but happy because I knew he was in good hands. This time the process only took 9 days and I was able to bring my grandson home. I am grateful to Mary Jo for her help and friendship that continues today. It took a while for my family to achieve permanency, and now looking back, I can only feel that my daughter gave our family 2 beautiful gifts that have brought us so much joy and happiness.
My name is Mary Jo. I believe family is the only thing that matters. The family unit is who we are and what we become. Being a foster parent has truly been very rewarding. I received a call to pick up a newborn baby girl from the hospital. Then the social worker, Jose, contacted me to go over the plan for the family, who the baby would be visiting, and what the permanency plan looked like for the baby in my care. I believe that foster care can be very scary for families. The unknown can be so intimidating. When it comes to interacting with the families, I like to take it slow. I know a lot of emotions occur and the unknown is difficult for the families going through the system. So when I met the baby's mother and grandmother, Sandra, for the first time, I could see how excited they were to see their baby. I felt relieved meeting my baby's family, knowing she is loved and very much wanted. Through the months of caring for Isabella and working with Sandra, I learned a lot about her and her family. I could see how much pain Sandra was in because of Isabella's placement. I started explaining the process to Sandra. There are a lot of programs that are in place to help support children in care, which Sandra immediately took advantage of. Sandra even attended support groups with me so she could be more connected with other families. I truly believe she was trying to understand everything that was being thrown at her in a short amount of time. So, when it was time to send our baby Isabella home, I really felt a sense of relief knowing that Isabella is going to be safe and loved so much. 15 months later, I was called again to pick up Sandra's grandson, Isaac, whom I also nurtured for about 9 days before going home to Sandra. To this day, my family is included in events with Sandra's. Our families are growing up together.
As a senior protective services worker with 14 years of service in child welfare, I've served many families and been supporting cast of many stories. I entered this profession with the ideals of preserving the safety of children, helping families, and hoping to better my community. These values drive my will in properly serving all the families that are assigned to me, despite the complex challenges that this profession encompasses. In this particular story, the case came to me with some real challenges. Out of the gate, I knew that Angela would be unable to reunify with Isabella due to her history with the juvenile court and her incapacities. Additionally, there was no other parent, so I had to be very proactive in developing a permanency plan for Isabella while waiting for the court proceedings to finalize. Luckily, our agency placed the child in a well-seasoned foster mother's home, and there was an identified relative, Sandra, for placement. The foster mother, Mary Jo, and I have worked together for years. She has fostered some of our most vulnerable youth and provided excellent care. Mary Jo quickly adapted to the request from our agency to provide visitation with both the mother and the maternal grandmother. Her efforts assisted in forging the path for Sandra to establish attachment to Isabella and eventually develop into permanency. Today, Isabella continues to thrive in Sandra's home, and Mary Jo has a personal relationship with the family. This success story of permanency is not uncommon and is something I am always thinking about when doing my job.